Hello, friends. We're glad you're here today. Nice job. Remember our rainbow rules. Number 1, be respectful. Number 2, be brave. Be courageous. Number 3, be safe. And number 4, be kind. Okay, those are our 4 rules in my class. So I already love seeing everyone's face on their camera screen. I love it. Okay, let's go through our attendance. Good afternoon, Torpu.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Nice job. Good afternoon, Frame. Good afternoon, Nano.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon, Kane.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Noni.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon, Yumin.
Good afternoon, teacher. Teacher, sorry.
You're fine. My pen like that. Good afternoon, Curfew.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon, Yufa.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon, Puan.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon, Om.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon, Oi.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon, June.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon, Tree.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon, Hannah.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon, EQ. Good afternoon, Tal.
No, teacher.
Hi, EQ. Thank you. Good afternoon, Tal. I see you there. All right. Good afternoon, Tong Kao.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Hi. Good afternoon, 7. Good afternoon, Mix. Good afternoon, Guy.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon, JJ. Good afternoon, Poom. Good afternoon, Nest. Good afternoon, Yaris. And good afternoon, Wansai. All right, did I miss anyone? Did I not say hello to somebody? There are a couple of names that I can't read. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So today, Today we are going to review page 20 from lesson 4, and we're going to start lesson 5. Okay, we're going to start lesson 5, which is all about an astronomer named Galileo. Galileo, that's the astronomer's name. So let's get right into it. 6. All right, so the homework was page 20, right? Did everyone finish page 20?
Yeah.
Yes, perfect. Let's go through it then. Who can tell us the first sentence? Hi, Tall. What is it? E-O. Hi. All right, who can tell us the first sentence? I'd love to have some volunteers, but I can call on people if I need to.
นักเรียนการบ้านอันนี้นักเรียนทำเสร็จหรือยัง
ทำเสร็จแล้วครับ
เสร็จแล้วคนที่ตอบคือเสร็จแล้วคนที่ไม่ตอบคือเสร็จหรือยัง
เสร็จแล้วครับ
เสร็จแล้วครับดังนั้นทีเชอร์ถามนักเรียนต้องแย่งกันตอบค่ะ ถ้าหนูทำเสร็จแล้วหนูต้องตอบได้ลูกว่าแต่ละข้อหนูใส่อะไรหนูเติมอะไรลงไป ใครไม่ตอบนะคะ จะไม่มีคะแนนในแต่ละครั้งนะคะ ที่นักเรียนอ้าปากพูดนะอ้าปากตอบคำถามนะคะลูกนักเรียนจะได้คะแนนจะได้สกอร์ตลอดเลยนะคะ แต่ถ้าเมื่อไหร่ที่หนูเงียบหนูเปิดกล้องแต่หนูไม่ตอบหนูเฉยๆหนูก็จะไม่ได้คะแนนนะคะ เด็กๆดังนั้นถ้าอยากได้คะแนนต้องตอบค่ะตอบผิดตอบถูกไม่เป็นไรค่ะ ปิดกล้องก็ไม่เอานะลูกนะเปิดกล้องนะคะ ใครปิดกล้องทิเซอร์ถือว่าหนูขาดเรียนนะคะ
ถูกครับ อาจารย์ครับ
ค่ะ
ผมไม่ได้ทำครับ
ต่อครูทำไมไม่ทำการบ้านล่ะลูก
ผมทำไม่ได้
หนูทำไม่ได้ไม่ทักมาหาทิเซอร์ละคะ
Nano, go for it.
ยกมือเลย ใช้เสร็จแล้ว
Nano,
ตอบ
go
คำถาม
for
เล
it.
ย นนนี่ค่ะ
Or Noni? Yeah, sure. Noni, go for it.
Crater
Yes. Can you give me the whole sentence? The whole sentence? There.
there
Is
there is a big crater on the moon.
very good job, Noni. There is a big crater on the moon. How do we spell crater?
C-R-A-T-E-R.
Very good job, Noni. Thank you. All right, let me see. Frame, go ahead for number 2. You got it, Frame.
We use a telescope to book a planet.
Very good. How do we spell telescope?
Telescope.
Very good job. I love how Noni and Frame work together to answer number 2. Number 3, you mean. Go for it, love.
Moon. There was a big, beautiful moon last night.
Very good job. How do we spell moon?
M-O-O-N.
Great job, you mean. Awesome. Number 4, who wants to try number 4? Who wants to try number 4? Umin again? Sure, you can try number 4 again.
Number 4, astronomer. And astronomers still
Studies.
study planets, moons, and solar system.
Very good. How do we spell astronomer?
ASTRONOMES.
Thank you, Noni.
Astronomer. I love seeing you guys work together. Thank you, Amin. Thank you, Nani. All right, number 5. Number 5. Who wants to try number 5? Nani, go for it.
A comet hit a long time.
Very good. A comet has a long tail. How do we spell comet?
COMET.
Oh, thank you, Yumin. Yeah.
Good job. A comet has a long tail. And number 6, frame. Do you want to try that one?
Media.
The whole sentence. Do you want to try the whole sentence?
A media. What?
5.
Oh, 5.
Yeah.
Accord.
Was the sky.
Sky, look, sky.
Sky is up.
Yes. Great job. Oh my goodness. I love seeing you guys work together. A meteor flies across the sky in a flash. How do we spell meteor?
METEOR.
Very good. Look at that. Woo, woo, woo. I love to see it. Okie dokie now. So now we can go, nope, I want to go all the way to this page. All right, so I know there's a lot of words on page 44. It's okay to be nervous. We're going to go through it super slow. Okay. So page 44, the title up here says Galileo and his telescope. So we're going to learn about this astronomer named Galileo. Okay. I'm going to zoom in as we listen along. All right.
Unit 5, Lessons 5 and 6. Galileo and his telescope.
Galileo was an Italian astronomer who lived a long time ago. He was one of the smartest astronomers in history. He was the very first astronomer to learn about the solar system with a telescope. One of the first things he looked at was the moon. He saw the deepest craters and the highest mountains on the moon with his telescope. Then, Galileo studied the planets. He looked at Mercury, the smallest planet, and Jupiter, the biggest planet. He discovered that the planets don't circle the Earth. They circle the sun. Galileo was the first person to see Jupiter's moons. There are 64 moons, but he didn't see all of them. He only saw 4 moons with his telescope. Then he saw something that looked like ears on the planet Saturn. He didn't know he saw the famous rings of Saturn. Some people think Galileo is the father of modern astronomy. In 1989, a spaceship started a trip to study Jupiter and its moons. The name of this spaceship was Galileo.
Wow. I'm going to play it again, and this time I'm going to highlight our vocabulary words.
Sure.
I'm going to highlight our vocabulary. What?
Not easy. Early.
Not easy. I know it's not easy. It's a lot of words, but I'm gonna highlight our vocab and then I'm gonna highlight our adjectives and we'll go through it really slow. Okay, she reads it kind of fast, but the more we hear it, the better we'll get at reading it.
Vocab
I know.
not easy. But so not easy.
No.
No, it's not. But you guys are smart. You guys can do this, okay?
Unit 5, Lessons 5 and 6. Galileo and his telescope.
Galileo was an Italian astronomer who lived a long time ago. He was one of the smartest astronomers in history. He was the very first astronomer to learn about the solar system with a
What?
telescope. One of the first.
Sorry, what happened there? Did someone else share their screen? Let's go back. Sorry about that, y'all. I don't know what just happened. My computer just had a seizure.
What happened?
I don't know what just happened. I'm sorry about that, guys. It like freaked out. All right, let's try that again.
Unit 5, Lessons 5 and 6. Galileo and his telescope.
Galileo was an Italian astronomer who lived a long time ago. He was one of the smartest astronomers in history. He was the very first astronomer to learn about the solar system with a telescope. One of the first things he looked at was the moon. He saw the deepest craters and the highest mountains on the moon with his telescope. Then Galileo studied the planets. He looked at Mercury, the smallest planet, and Jupiter, the biggest planet. He discovered that the planets don't circle the Earth. They circle the sun. Galileo was the first person to see Jupiter's moons. There are 64 moons, but he didn't see all of them. He only saw 4 moons with his telescope. Then he saw something that looked like ears on the planet Saturn. He didn't know he saw the famous rings of Saturn. Some people think Galileo is the father of modern astronomy. In 1989, a spaceship started a trip to study Jupiter and its moons. The name of this spaceship was Galileo.
Awesome. All right, let's go through that again, and I'm gonna read it much slower. Let me see. Oh, it's okay, number 30. It's okay. All right, let's go through this slower. It says Galileo was an Italian astronomer who lived a long time ago. He was one of the smartest astronomers in history. He was the very first astronomer to learn about the solar system with a telescope. One of the first things he looked at was the moon. He saw the deepest craters and the highest mountains on the moon with his telescope. Then Galileo studied the planets. He looked at Mercury, the smallest planet. This color. He looked at Mercury, the smallest planet. And Jupiter, the biggest planet. Large and big mean the same thing. He discovered that planets don't circle the Earth. They circle the sun. Galileo was the first person to see Jupiter's moons. There are 64 moons, but he didn't see all of them. He only saw 4 moons with his telescope. Then he saw something that looked like ears on the planet Saturn. He didn't know he saw the famous rings of Saturn. Some people think Galileo is the father of modern astronomy. In 1989, a spaceship started a trip to study Jupiter and its moons. The name of the spaceship was Galileo. Wow, super cool. All right, let's go through it again, and I want you guys to read all of the words that are highlighted, okay? So I'll underline it when I want you to read it. Galileo was an Italian
Astronomer.
very good astronomer who lived a long time ago. He was one of the
Smartest.
Astronomer.
very good, one of the smartest astronomers in history. He was the very first
Astronomer.
to learn about the
Solar system.
with a
Telescope.
very good. Galileo was an astronomer. Okay, let's see what he looked at. One of the first things he looked at was the
Moon.
he saw the
Deepest. Crater.
very good, the deepest craters and the
High.
highest, yeah, the highest mountains on the
Moon.
Moon.
with his
Telescope.
very good. It says, then Galileo studied the
Planet.
very good. He looked at
Mercury.
the
Smallest.
Planet.
very good, the smallest planet and
Jupiter.
the
Biggest.
Planet.
very good, the biggest planet. He discovered that the
Planet.
don't circle the
Earth.
Earth.
they circle the
Sun.
job. Galileo was the first person to see
Jupiter. Moon.
Jupiter's moons. There are 64,
Moon.
but he didn't see all of them. He only saw 4
Moon.
with his.
Telescope.
Oh.
Then he saw something that looked like ears on the.
Planet.
He didn't know he saw the famous rings of. Very good. One more paragraph. Some people think Galileo is the father of modern
Astronomy.
astronomy.
Oh,
Astronomy. The Y at the end. Very good. In 1989, a
Spaceship.
yes, started a trip to
Jupiter.
and its
Moon.
the name of this
Spaceship.
was Galileo. Wow. Very good. So we learned that he was an astronomer and he used his telescope to see the planets and the moons. Let's see, number 1 up here, it says, what did Galileo study? What did he study? Did he study telescopes? Did he study moons and planets? Did he study astronomers? Or did he study spaceships? What did he look at? What did he learn about?
I won't have it.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's okay. I don't know. Well, let's see here. Galileo was an astronomer, so he did not study astronomers. There were no spaceships back when Galileo was alive, so he did not study spaceships. So we have 2 options. Did he study telescopes or did he study moons and planets?
Moon and planet. Telescope.
Yes. Moons and planets. Great job. He used a telescope to study the moons and the planets. Very good job. Awesome, awesome. So now I have a little video about Galileo, and then we'll play a different game about adjectives, okay? Let me see. Galileo, there you are. It's a quick video about Galileo.
About Galileo Galilei. You may have heard of him. He was a scientist and inventor, and he lived about 500 years ago. Galileo is famous, you could even say infamous, for one of his big ideas in particular, an idea that got him into big trouble. Galileo liked to build gadgets to help him to experiment and to answer scientific questions. He built compasses, thermometers, a pendulum, and a telescope. How did he come up with the telescope? The story goes that 2 children were rather bored and they were messing about in a shop that made glasses. They discovered that if they held 2 lenses in a line and looked through them, they could see a wind vane that was on top of a church steeple far away, and it looked as though it was right outside their window. When Galileo heard about this, he was very excited. He began to experiment with lenses, and he discovered that when he pointed his gadget with lenses towards the stars at night, he could see the moon and the planets in great detail. Galileo saw things through his telescope that no one else had seen. He was the first person to see the planets looking as though they're up close, and he could see some stars that no one had seen before. Galileo saw patterns of light and shadows on the moon's surface. He worked out that the moon was rough and uneven. He even had a guess at how high some of the moon's mountains might be. Galileo also discovered 4 large moons orbiting Jupiter, and they're now named Galilean moons in his honor. Then Galileo made his most controversial announcement. He said he was sure, based on his observations, that the sun was not moving around the Earth. Instead, the Earth was orbiting the sun. Galileo wasn't the first astronomer to say that the Earth moves around the sun, but he explained it so clearly that lots of people took notice. 500 years ago, this was very, very big news. In those days, without today's technology, it made sense to everyone to assume that everything goes around the Earth. I'm sure right now you don't feel as though you're standing on a planet that's spinning on its axis while moving through space at several thousand kilometers an hour, but we know we are. What's more, there were even texts in the Bible that seem to say that the Earth is standing still. That's definitely not what Galileo was saying. So how did other people react when Galileo said loudly and clearly that the Earth and not the sun is in motion? The church found this very difficult. For one thing, Galileo's work was impressive, but his version didn't totally fit with what people could observe. Secondly, if Galileo was right, that would mean a really big rethink about how to make sense of what the Bible said about the Earth. This wasn't a completely impossible situation. Many Bible experts have been saying for some time that not everything in the Bible has to be understood literally. Many phrases in the Bible only really make sense if they're understood as metaphors or figures of speech. Even so, the church felt that such a big change shouldn't be rushed. They told Galileo he could talk about his ideas as a theory that seemed to fit with some of the observations, but he mustn't yet say he was confident that his ideas were right. Galileo was cross. He was sure he was right, and he wasn't in the mood for keeping quiet and waiting. It was an impossible situation. The church was hugely powerful. Galileo got worried and agreed to keep quiet. Then he broke his agreement and spoke up again. Galileo was put on trial, he was found guilty, and he was made prisoner in a home that the authorities provided for him. He stayed in there for the rest of his life, developing his ideas and writing a science book. You might think that this situation would put Galileo off religion, but despite his quarrels with the church, Galileo remained a very deeply religious man who read and valued the Bible. How come? Well, Galileo attributed our scientific abilities to God. He believed that we humans can work things out scientifically because God has given us senses and brains which we can use to study nature and think about how it works. So, Galileo reasoned, why would God double up and use the Bible to tell us how the universe works? Surely that's for science. The Bible must have another purpose. The writing in the Bible is very different to scientific writing, he thought. The language is often visual and colourful and describes the way that the world seems to humans. The writing is personal. It's about people's lives and their struggles. What's great about the Bible, he thought, is that the people are struggling with the very same questions that puzzle us today. Things like, what should we be doing in our lives and how can we make a positive difference? Galileo remembered a phrase he'd heard a cardinal say once. The Bible is intended to teach us how to go to heaven, not how the heavens go. And so, Galileo, the famous Italian scientist who invented the telescope and got in trouble with the church, believed throughout his whole life it's very important to have both science and religion.
Very cool. Just a little bit more information about Galileo. Super interesting. All right. So now what we are going to do is we're going to play a little game. We're going to switch gears. We're going to switch to focusing more on our adjectives and less about Galileo. Okay? So who remembers what adjectives do? What does an adjective do? Anyone remember what an adjective does?
Teacher แตงกวา translate
What's the adjective do What's the adjective do ก็คือคำ adjective มีไว้ทำไม
โอ้ thank you มากเลยค่ะ มีไว้ใช้
มีไว้ทำไมลูกมีไว้อะไร describe now
Best time now. What's it?
Yes. Adjectives describe nouns. They describe people, places, things. and superlative adjectives compare more than two things.
อ้าว
Okay.
คุณแตงกวาได้ยินใช่ไหม
ได้ยินลูกคือเอาไว้คำอธิบาย noun ใช่ไหมคำ noun ก็คือคำนามใช่ไหมลูกเอาไว้เปรียบเทียบอะไรเปรียบเทียบสิ่งของที่มันมีมากกว่า1 สิ่งมากกว่า2 สิ่ง
อ๋อ
มีตั้งแต่2 สิ่งขึ้นไปจำได้ไหมคะ
อ๋อจำได้แล้วครู
อ๋อ
ไอ้ที่เป็นแบบใหญ่เล็กใหญ่ใหญ่ๆ
ใช่มันจะมีขั้นกว่าก็คือ comparative form กับขั้นสูงสุดก็คือ superlative form ถ้าขั้นกว่าก็คือเปรียบเทียบที่2 สิ่ง two things แต่ถ้า superlative form ก็คือ many things many things ก็คือมีหลาย ๆ สิ่ง
Many things. Superlative adjectives compare many things.
เช็คกำลังสับสนอยู่
All right, so we're gonna do a fun little quiz video. Okay, there's no grade. There's no grade, but it's just for fun. Okay. Oh, I hate ads so much. Why do we?
It's okay.
Like, oh, so annoying. Okay, let's just get through the ad and then we'll play the game.
OLED Evo จอเปล่งแสงเองในทุกพิกเซลมอบความดำสนิทสีสันสมจริงเปิดมิติใหม่
It's normal of Thai of Thai normal.
All right, here it is. Superlatives. Fast, faster, the fastest. Which one is the fastest? A cheetah, a falcon, or a zebra? Which one is the fastest? What do you think? I see you, Frame. You're thinking. Yeah, Torpu, you're thinking. You're like, I don't know. Which one do you think is the fastest? I don't think the zebra's the fastest, so we can take the zebra out. Do you think the cheetah or the falcon is the fastest?
Falcon.
All right, Frame. He said falcon. Let's see. Yes, good job, Frame.
So excited.
The falcon is the fastest. All right, now we have more. Small, smaller, the smallest. What is the smallest? Earth, Mars, or the moon? What do you think is the smallest?
The moon. The moon. The moon. The moon. The moon. The
Let's
moon.
see. I think you guys are right.
Hey, everyone. Hey.
Yay! The moon is the smallest. Very good.
Everyone, calm down, calm down.
Big, bigger, the biggest. Which one is the biggest? Africa, Asia, or Europe? Think about a globe.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Wow. Hey, everyone, help me. Help me, please. นี่เลย quickly เลย Help me. อย่าให้ฉันแบบแอนว่าคนเดียวอย่าให้ฉันโซโล่ขอร้อง
Asia
เขาถามว่าอะไรเหรอ
Asia
ถามว่าอะไร
Asia. Let's see.
ถามว่าอะไร
I love how you guys are talking and thinking about it together. 3, 2, 1. Asia! Asia is the biggest.
Oh,
And look, that's where we are.
นี่
That's where we are. There's Thailand.
ที่เราเข้ามาที่เราสิ
ไทยแลน
Guys
ด์
are
so small
amazing. Heavy, heavier, heaviest.
แปลว่าสุข
Which
ภาพ
one is the heaviest? A blue whale, an elephant, or a bus?
Oh not easy Oh so very not easy
บัส
กินนะ
อันเนี้ยแปลว่าหนักอ่ะอะไร
ใช่อันเนี้ยแปลว่าหนักอะไรหนักที่สุดแบบอะไร
หนักที่สุดอ่ะแล้วก็บัส
เคยอ่านแต่เนื้อเพลงในไดนาไมต์อ่ะ
อะไรหนักที่สุดในนี้ไม่ใช่หนักที่สุดแบบหนักกลางๆ
อันแรกอะไรอ่ะอันแรกอะไรอ่ะ
อันแรก
ไม่ออก
อันแรก
หรือว่าแข่งอ่ะ
Some people think of bus. I did hear one elephant. Let's see.
บัสเย็นเดบัส
Blue whale.
11
Someone said blue whale. Let's see. Yes, a blue whale.
Oh no
I know, they're really big.
not real no
Hard, harder, the hardest.
มันแปลว่าอะไรทุกคน
Which one is the hardest?
แปลว่าแข็ง
Gold,
thank you
diamond, or steel?
เพราะมันแข็งหมดเลยอ่ะ
What do you think?
Diamond
Steel.
เซลเซล
Steel.
เซล
Steel, I did
เราว่า
hear
ทอง
one diamond.
เราว่า
Let's
ทอง
see.
แน่เลย
Diamond.
โกไงทองอะกู
สติลสติล
Steel.
สติล
Let's see if it's steel.
oh
Let's see.
Steel.
and will go diamond still yeah
ทองแน่
เลย
Steel.
It's a diamond.
the back
A diamond is the hardest.
ว้าว
Can you believe it?
amazing
not real
Expensive. More expensive. The most expensive. Which one is
ผู้ช่วย
the
แปลมาค่ะ
most expensive? A jet, a house,
อะไร
or
แพงที่สุด
a helicopter?
แปลว่าอะไร
helicopter helicopter
แปลว่าอะไรแปลว่าอะไร
อะไร
Helicopter.
แพงแพงแบบ
ไม่เจ็ดไงเจ็ด
เจ็ด
A jet, maybe a helicopter.
คอเตอร์มันเป็นของ CLC ไงก็เจ็ด
ยูเมกกันเลย
CLC
เจ็ด
โอเคสุดท้าย
A jet! Yes, good job, friend.
perfect
A jet is the most expensive.
ฟิกเกิดอะไรขึ้นอะทุกคน
Hot, hotter,
ร้อน
the hottest.
ร้อนมากมาย
ฮอตซอสฮอตซอส
ฮอตซอสสมาดิบเดียวไม่ใช่
One
เลย
is the hot sauce.
ฮอตซอส
The desert, the beach, or the sea.
เดสเตอร์ Only.
Desert.
เปิด
อ่าน
only
ว่าอย่างอะซื้อ
Desert
Ah, yeah.
only.
Desert.
Okay, let's see.
desert only
เอสเด็ด
believe me desert
The beach is hot, but let's see.
Desert.
Which one's the hottest?
เยอะ
Yes! The desert. Good job. Way to go. Desert is the hottest. Small. Smaller. The smallest.
come back again
เล็กแค่นี้แล้วก็เล็กแบบเล็ก
แบบ very small
The smallest. A kitten. A hamster. Oh, or a guinea pig. They're all really cute, but which one is the
Hamster.
smallest?
Hamster.
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 Right here. Let me see. Who's
Hamster.
getting that?
Cắt được thôi. Ai
not kitten only เอ้ยแบบชัวร์ๆเลย ชัวร์
Yes, a hamster is the smallest. Good job. They're so tiny.
yes next level
Colder, the coldest.
Coldest.
okay my universe yeah just
Which one is the coldest? The moon, Saturn, or Neptune?
Neptune.
Neptune. Neptune.
You guys are paying attention when we learn about the planets.
Neptune is so cool.
no listen
The moon.
close ear
The moon.
Neptune only
The moon.
Neptune! Yeah!
Yeah.
so good
Good job. Tall, taller, the tallest.
hi
Which one is the tallest?
oh
Statue of Liberty,
Starbucks
Eiffel Tower, or Big Ben?
Oh, yeah, I got that.
picture first Starbucks
The Eiffel Tower. Let's
Eiffel Tower.
see.
So,
Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower.
number one hey
Number 2.
Ooh! Eiffel Tower. Good job.
tao chưa
oh
Nice work.
thank you teacher 감사합니다 감사합니다 thank you
That was so much fun. I loved that video. That was really cool. All right, so now I want us to talk about different things that we see in our house, right here in front of us, wherever you are, that we can compare. So let me see. Right now, if you're sitting in a chair versus a desk, which is taller? A chair or a desk?
Dex.
Yeah.
Desk.
Your desk is above your chair. That would be really weird if you were sitting up above your desk.
yeah
All right, which one? Let me see, which one's hotter? Your freezer or your pantry? Freezer or pantry? The pantry is where you keep your dry food. Freezer versus your pantry. Which one is hotter?
help me yeah help me please
Not easy.
wow it's king
Yep.
A freezer is
Easy.
the cold part of your fridge.
Pantry.
And yes, and the pantry is
Pantry.
where you keep hot food.
you are king
The pantry is hotter.
Yep.
Good job. Let me see. Which is bigger? Bedroom versus toilet. Which one is bigger? Your bedroom or your toilet?
Bedroom.
Bedroom.
Yeah, I would hope so. I would hope your bedroom is bigger than your toilet. That would be sad if it wasn't. All right, how about this one? Which is older? You versus your parents. Who's older?
You parent.
Yeah, your parents are older. Very good. That would be weird if you were older than your parents, right? All right, let's see.
Thanks.
Anyone have any ones that they want to suggest?
Oh, I can't translate. I can't translate.
Okay. Let's see. Which is smaller? Your phone versus your computer. Which one is smaller?
Phone.
Phone is so much smaller than a computer.
Phone is small.
Yeah, the phone is small. Good job. What about which is
พีวิทย์เก่งแฮชแท็กต้องขึ้น
which is heavier? Let's see. Your shoe versus your backpack. Which one is heavier? Your shoe or your backpack?
heavy แปลว่าอะไรนะ
ไม่รู้
แปลว่าอะไร
Heavy means it weighs a lot.
อ๋อนักเลยนักหลายนัก
แล้วอีสองแปลว่าอะไร
ไม่รู้แบ็คแพ็คไงดอลลาร์ กระเป๋าไอ้ดอนโน้เลยอะไรวะเนี่ย
Very good. Your backpack is heavier than your shoe. Absolutely. Let me see. Which is cleaner?
Cleaner คืออะไรวะ
Your kitchen
จะเย็นก่อน
versus your can do toilet again. Which one's cleaner?
อันไหนสะอาดกว่า
Kitchen
กัน
versus your toilet.
Kitchen.
Kitchen.
Wow.
I would hope so.
Wow.
Your kitchen. Awesome. Let me see. Which is louder? Maybe if you have a fan versus a television, which we call a TV. Which is louder, a fan or a TV?
แฟนไม่รู้จักเล่า
Right. If the TV is off, the fan is louder. But if the TV is on, you can make it louder than the fan, right?
louder แปลว่าอะไร
Question.
louder เดี๋ยวแป๊บนึงนะ
And we'll do one more. Which
TV
is what?
louder ทัศเลตช่างน้ำมันช่างน้ำมันเขาไม่รู้เรื่องอะไรวะว้า
louder ก็คือเสียงดังโลก
TV
Queen
Yeah, the TV, right? Which is taller, your car versus your house? Which one is taller, your car or your house?
Your
house is taller. Very good. Very good. So those were all different comparing adjectives. And we can practice our superlatives next time. Okay, guys? You guys are so amazing. I had a lot of fun today. Thank you so much for participating. I see all of your beautiful smiles and I heard all of your beautiful voices. It was so much fun. Okay, let me see. Who should we pick for this song? How about you mean?
เพลงเลือกเพลงอะไรลูกเลือกเพลงอะไรคะหนูต้องการเพลงอะไรลูก
เร็วริแบบดาราเริ่มบอยแปดอะเริ่มบอยแปดอะเริ่มไม่ next level by Espa next level
Next level.
were Korea Espa AESPA
ชอบเพลง
no original แบบ next level เขาทั้งหมดที่เรากี่ครอเลย
Awesome. I will find that video. Is that one it? Does like that?
next time dancing เลย dancing now
I love it.
yeah
Awesome job, guys. All right, let's sing our thank you song and then we will go. Thank you, thank you. I really want to thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. ขอบคุณค่ะ
ขอบคุณค่ะ